Hi, everyone. I'm Christy Campbell, and I'm the Chief Business Officer for SmartPath Fertility. And I have Cassie Martinez here with me, who is our case coordinator and a former surrogate herself. So, part of our surrogacy support group is to provide as many resources and as much information as possible for what our potential surrogates are going to need to go through. So Cassie has shared with me her unboxing video of when she got her needles, and I thought she could talk to us a little bit about how that process worked, how um, any tips and tricks that she has to share with you guys as you start possibly doing your fertility treatments for surrogacy to prepare
So
for
the
it.
meds that I will be taking are progesterone and Lupron, and I get to use these extremely fun looking needles to take these meds. And they gave me alcohol wipes, of course, and a sharps container. Yeah, so I gave you the unboxing video, which, as you saw, had a lot of needles. And that's just the first box. So there's a lot more. For me, the tricks that I feel like helped with the Lupron that was in my stomach, it's a very short needle, was to do it. I did an ice pack the first time, and I didn't really feel like I needed it after that. It was a pretty simple and short needle. For the progesterone, it is a very long needle. And it can be a little intimidating. But what helped with that was using a heating pad on the area where I was going to do my shot and to take the vial of medication, progesterone is thick, and rub it back and forth in your hands to make it warm, which helps to thin out the medication, which makes for a much smoother shot process. And to massage the area after, which helps absorption of the medication and it helps so you don't get knots from the medication. And then you can do a heating pad again at the end if you want. I typically didn't do it at the end.
So did you have to psych yourself up every time you were going to get a shot? Like, one, two, three, go, just, or were you
So
okay with the needle part?
for the Lupron, no. The Lupron, it was like, okay, here we go again. Just this little poke in the belly. The first couple of times with the progesterone, just because it is such a long needle, you're like, and then you just remember, like, it's still just a poke. You're going to feel that poke, and then you're, pushing it in. And yeah, it's a long needle, but you're really still feeling the poke, and that's it. So it's not, to me, yeah, the first time I did absolutely psych myself out. Like, I was very, very nervous. But I think after the first, I'd say like 3 or 4 times of doing the progesterone, I was really comfortable doing it. And there were times when I did it and I wasn't at home. And that was a little more of an interesting process because I would typically lay on the bed. And you can't lay on the bed if you're at an airport or, somewhere else where you have to give your shot because, it's time to do your shot.
Is it you have to do it the same time every day? Is that the deal?
You should do it. Well, everybody's going to have like a different protocol from their doctor, but in my med calendar, it did state to do it within like a certain amount of like hours of the day is what they really like to keep it in.
That makes sense. So did
Yeah.
you get a lot of bruising or were you okay on that end?
So I had a bruise the first time from the Lupron. Just a little bruise, and you switch sides, so that really helps with bruising. So with my progesterone, it was on my hip, but you switch sides, and that just it does help from it, especially if you're massaging, you're not getting the knots. So I think, bruised a little bit with that, just it being in the hip area, but not too much. It wasn't bad.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if you were gonna tell somebody who's getting ready to get their shots in the mail now and start, what piece of advice would be the most important to give to them, do you think?
To relax, just to, not get too freaked out about it. Yeah, they're needles, and you're going to do a lot of them. So it's just getting over that first, one or two shots and you're going to be okay. Take deep breaths. That helps too.
Awesome. All right. Well, thank you, Cassie. I appreciate your time today, and I'm sure all of our candidates for surrogacy are going to be appreciative of this advice as well. So thank you.
You're welcome.